All right, everybody, you ready? We are going to do a seated ab workout, but we're also going to incorporate a little bit of standing and mobility work. So I've got my chair and I'm going to have a seat. All right. So we're going to get a little bit of movement in our rib cage, movement in our arms, but we're also going to get a little bit of standing stuff in there too. So we're going to start with our feet all the way together. We're going to take those arms, reach them in front, palms are going to face down. Breath in. Then as we exhale, we're going to pull that elbow back and rotate. Inhale back to center. Now other side. So what we're doing to start off is get a little bit of movement in our mid-back and a little bit of movement at the waist. So my legs and my hips are staying still. We're going to do 4 more. Exhaling to rotate. Then I'm going to let my arms come right down to my sides and do a couple shoulder rolls. Then we're going to take it into our first round of abs, and then we're also going to stretch a bit and do some seated stretches. Now, arms are going to stretch out in front, lift up tall, pull up through that low cord, tuck your tail, take it back, and then come back forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop, tuck, and round. Inhale, stay. Exhale, round forward. And then we roll up. And in Pilates, we do reverse roll-ups. So as we're rolling down, we're rounding the back into the letter C. Inhale, stay. Exhale, keep your spine rounded as you hinge forward. And then the abs pull back to lift the chest. Let's do that a few more times. We're moving through the pelvis. And we're going back and forth between what we call C curve, pulling that pelvic bone up, rib cage reaching back. Staying in C curve as we come forward, and then back to neutral spine. Rib cage pulls back, chest lifts. Let's do that 2 more times. Low abs zip up. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Roll up. 1 more time. Tuck, scoop, and round. Hug those glutes together. Exhale, come forward. And then roll back up. Let the arms have a little bit of a break. And then what we're going to do right here is we're going to just lift up that heel. Arms at your sides. Try not to hold on to your chair. Exhale, leg lifts. Inhale, lower. Now, what you're doing right here is you're actually purposefully strengthening your hip flexor. Now, if this feels way, way, way easy, I want you to extend that leg and do 5 more. Ooh, we're going to feel that quadricep working. That's okay because we're going to stretch it out in a sec. Not our favorite movement, but necessary, and good news, only have to do 1 set. Okay, so now let's lift that other heel up, and we're going to lift and lower. And if this already feels like plenty of work, is intense enough for you, stick with this. And then optional, going to that straight leg. And this is kind of a rehab exercise that we do often to help strengthen the knee after a knee injury. And place that down. All right, we're going to go back into our abs. Arms reach forward, lift up tall. Scoop, tuck, round the back into your C curve, and then alternating arms. Exhale, right arm up, inhale down. Rounding that back. Four more. I'm blowing out through slightly pursed lips like I'm blowing out through a straw. Last 2. Breath in. Exhale, round forward. That reverse roll up, rolling up. We're going to do 1 more set with a progression. Tuck, scoop, and round. Hug those glutes together. Both arms lift. And exhale to lift. Feet, knees, inner thighs hugging together. Neck is relaxed. Redirect that effort into your abs. And if this feels a little too easy, take it down on the floor into a V-sit. Last 2. Arms reach forward, lift, And now we're going to get a little bit of a break, round over your legs, wrap your arms behind your thighs, and now pull those abs up and in and round your back to get a nice deep back stretch. We're going to roll up through our spines. Then we're going to do a little standing work. So we're going to come up, and you can flip your chair around, or hands can go down to the bottom part. I'm going to bring my chair up against the wall because I'm going to come into a plank position. So you can also use your kitchen counter or your desk. So I'm going to walk my legs back, lower my hips, chest reaching forward. Now I'm going to lift my legs, alternating leg lift. I'm going to do 10 total. This is a hip extension because I'm extending, moving from the hip. And think about your glute activating to lift that leg up. Last one. And then we're going to walk the legs in, bring the feet right under our hips, hands on the chair, and do a couple cat stretches. So we're going to round the back and release. Tuck, round, scoop, release. Just 3 more here. One more time. Hands on your thighs, roll back up. I'm going to bring my chair back out, and we're going to take it back to seated. Okay, coming back to the edge of my chair. Now, a little bit more rotation. I'm going to stretch my arms out to the sides. Shoulders drop, chest lifts, legs, knees, inner thighs, pressing together. Inhale, lifting up tall, and as I exhale, I'm going to rotate to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. I'm thinking of spiraling my spine upwards as I rotate. My arms, it's as if they're resting on a countertop. And the movement's coming right from my center. 2 more. And let your arms just drop right to your sides. Now, we're going to get a little bit more movement for that spine. So hands are going to go behind our heads. As we inhale, open the chest, lifting the chest up. Exhale and round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Let's do that 3 more times. Let your head drop back into your fingertips. Once more, open up, and we're going to stay. Take 3 big breaths in and out. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to nod our chin, let our elbows pull in, hands are going to rest to the back of our head. And then open up and let our arms just rest right to our sides. All right, back into a little more abdominal work. We're going to stretch those arms forward, lift up tall, scoop, tuck, and round, going into that C curve. Now this time we're going to reach our arms up. And then as we exhale, we're going to dive forward, rounding over our legs. Inhale, rolling up, that reverse roll up, abs pull back, chest lifts up. Exhale, pull up through the low core. Roll the pelvis. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, and dive forward. If this feels like too much on your back, instead of the arms reaching up overhead, you're going to keep them out in front and then dive forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Rolling to the back of your sit bones. Arms reach up. Then pull the abs back as if you're rounding over a big old barrel. And then roll back up. Last time. Roll the pelvis. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, diving forward. And then rolling up bone by bone. A little bit of progression. Tuck your tailbone round. We're going to inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale down. 2 more times. So we're learning how to keep the abdominals drawn in as we breathe and move. Breath in, exhale, let's dive forward. Roll up, tail to head. 2 more sets. Lift up before you roll. Create that space for your pelvis to move. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Hug the inner thighs together. That helps activate the lower abdominals. One more time, arms reach up. Exhale, diving forward. Rolling up, bone by bone. Last set, lengthen first, then pelvis, glutes are engaged. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, lower. Once more, reaching up. As we exhale, we're going to dive forward. And then rolling up, bone by bone. Let the shoulders relax a little bit. We're going to stand back up. Go back into a little bit of glute work. So we're going to go back into that plank position. I'm going to secure my chair against the wall. Walk my legs back. Lower my hips. Now I'm just going to do my left leg up and down for 10. And I'm squeezing that glute, stretching that leg back behind you. Now the chair might be too low and it might feel a little too tough. You can do this against the wall, kitchen counter, office desk. The lower your anchor point, let's do 2 more. Then walk your feet back in. And that same leg, you're going to reach it back. And we're going to do a one-legged cat-cow. Round your back and reach. So the lower that spot where you have your hands, the tougher. So if you need this harder, you can do it from the floor. One more time. Place that foot down. Walk the other leg back into your plank. And we're going to do the other leg. 10 times hip extension. So the higher up you have your hands and the less of an angle you have your body in, the easier. So adjust so that you feel the work in your glute and not in your lower back or your shoulders. 2 more. Walking the legs in. I'm going to take that leg, reach it up, and then my standing one-legged cat-cow, rounding my back, and then reaching. And when I'm reaching back, I'm trying not to arch, just going back to neutral spine. One more time. And place that foot down. Roll up through your spine. And now we get to stretch. Okay, have a seat. Yay! Okay, we're gonna start with those legs wide. Hands on your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, chest reaches forward. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Let's do that a few times. Just trying to get that movement. One more. And then we're going to hinge forward and take our arms to the insides of our knees and press our knees out so we get a nice deep stretch through the inner thighs. One more deep breath in and out. And roll back up. Bring your feet back in. And we're going to take our ankle, cross it over our knee. Opposite hand, or hands are going to rest on your thigh. Lifting up tall, and as we exhale, gently reach forward. Inhale, hinge on back. We're going to go back and forth a few times. And we're looking for a nice deep stretch in the hip. Once more, we're going to come forward and hold. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And think about breathing all the way down into your sides and feeling that rib cage expand and open. Let's take one more deep breath. And we're going to Let that go. And now we're going to shift over to the side of our chair. So now just my left cheek is on that chair and my right leg is going to reach back. Tuck in my tailbone so I'm finding a stretch in my hip. Now that right arm is going to reach up and lower back down. Okay, last one. We're going to reach that arm up and now turn towards the left and do a little side bend to the left. Take a few deep, deep breaths in and out. Stretch your fingertips up to the sky. One more deep breath in and out. And bring that arm down. All right. I'm going to switch it over to the other side. So get both cheeks back on your chair. Cross that other ankle above your knee. We're lifting up tall, straightening our spines, and then hinging from the hips. Going back and forth. And so what do we mean when we say we're hinging? So we're just moving at the hip. I'm not rounding my back. So it's only my hip joint that's moving, and it acts like a hinge, like a door. I'm going to come forward and hold. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And we'll come back up, uncross our legs, and now we're going to shift over to the other side. Bring my right cheek on the chair. Left leg's going to reach back. And now my left arm reaches up and lowers back down. Last one. Reach on up. Turn a little bit and do a little reach towards the right. So you get that deep stretch down your left side, into your hip and down into your quadricep. And untwist yourself. Come back to the center. And last stretch we're going to do for the arms. Lace those fingers together. Reach your arms forward. Gently drop your chin down towards your chest. Now open the arms up, palms face up. Lift your chest to the sky. Wiggle your fingers. Imagine you're going to touch your thumbs together behind your back and feel the stretch in your biceps, chest, and shoulders. And let your arms rest down at your sides. Nice deep breath in. Palms come together, hands to heart. You did awesome. Good job.